Hey, what's up, guys? It's Durf, and welcome to M19 Pre-Release Weekend. All right, so if some of you guys played in the pre-release events this week, you would have gotten one of these guys, and you get to make a deck out of your 6 packs. And I played in 2 and got an extra one that they had left over. But we're going to save these. We've got 2 booster boxes to open up, so we're going to save those 2 for later, and we're just going to focus on the pre-release pack right now. So, how did you guys do in your pre-release events? I actually got prize support from both the ones I played in on early Saturday morning, so 12 o'clock Saturday morning, and the one from Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock, and I pretty much stayed up the entire time. So I was pretty tired after that and slept for a good like 10 hours after it. So let's crack into this thing. I'm gonna try to keep the we'll keep that promo to the side and see what we get in these packs. So you get 6 packs. Let's see what we get when we open these things up. So in case you weren't able to make it to one of these, there are lots of ways to play. Discover them online or at your local game store. You got, and they're promoting Magic Arena and Friday Night Magic. So this is pretty cool. They get to use this when you're building a pre-release deck. So the way you structure your deck can increase your chances of having the right cards at the right time. Most successful pre-release decks are 2 colors and have exactly 40 cards. So you're going to try to go from 15 to 18 creatures, 5 to 8 other spells, and the mana cost of your cards. They explain the curve, which is pretty cool. I don't think they've shown that in the past. So, 0 to 2 cards cost 1, 6 to 8 cards cost 2, 6 to 8 cards cost 3, 3 to 5 cards cost 4, 2 to 4 cards cost 5, and 1 to 3 cards with 6 plus. And then 17 lands. Add a balance of lands to your deck according to which colors you are playing. You can get basic lands from the tournament organizer. So when in doubt, ask for advice. And at a pre-release, you can ask other players for help, and you can adjust your deck throughout the day if you're not satisfied with it. So yeah, I certainly recommend asking if you've never been to one of your pre-releases before, if you've never been to one of these things. And a lot of the players are pretty helpful. Ooh, nice. Got a gray and black spin down. I haven't gotten one of those in that color yet. So happy to see that. But yeah, it's mostly a fun day for the most part. Sometimes you have your hyper competitive people, but for the most part, you've got people who are willing to be very helpful and help you through making decks and getting better. And if you're new to Magic, it's a good place to start. So sometimes even the best of us can get highly competitive in these, but I'd say for the most part, people stay pretty calm. All right, so let's take a look at the 6 packs and what we get in these. So with stuff like bundles and pre-release packs, on the back here, you're only going to have the 1 line of code, and that's the case for this too. So there's no special order for anything, at least that I've seen. So we're going to go through all this stuff and maybe even talk a little bit about what are good. So we've got Fire Elemental starting it off, and that's certainly a good red pull. Big 5/4. It's a vanilla creature, but still a big bomb that you can play. Locks it in Line Breaker. 3 casting cost for a 3/2. Not bad. Frilled Sea Serpent for 6, and it's 4/6 and for 6. Wow. All right, so you get a little mana dump that you can use to make this creature unblockable. That is definitely helpful. Child of the Night. Fantastic card for 2 mana. So 2/1 for 2 with lifelink. So anything that costs 2 mana and has an extra ability. So this is another example of a good 2-drop. So for a green and a colorless, you get a Greenwood Sentinel. It's a 2/2 with Vigilance, which is going to help you out. All right, Marauder's Axe. This is going to plus your attack power by 2 and equips for 2. Not a bad equipment. Wow, all right, Shock. This is the first one I've gotten out of any pre-release packs this weekend. I didn't get any Shocks, and I played red both times. Totally Lost. Put target non-land permanent on top of its owner's library for 5. Could be helpful. Get rid of their biggest creature or something. Centaur Corsair. 3 mana for a 3/3. Not too bad. Tectonic Rift, first uncommon. Destroy target land. Creatures without flying can't block this turn. So definitely decent for getting through for some damage. Siegebreaker Giant, for 5 mana, you get a 6/3 with trample, and target creature can't block this turn. So again, targeted evasion with that is pretty cool. And hey, a Meteor Golem. Okay, so this costs 7, colorless, and when it enters the battlefield, destroy target non-land permanent and opponent controls. So you can blow up, man, pretty much anything. So anything but a land. So if you got a pesky enchantment that's binding down your, that's bonding to one of your creatures, luminous bonds, I'm looking at you, you can use that to get rid of it. So let's see what our first rare is. All right, we got Sun Cleanser. Haven't seen this one yet. So for a white and a colorless, it's a 1/4. When Sun Cleanser enters the battlefield, remove all counters from target creature. It can't have counters put on it for as long as Sun Cleanser remains on the battlefield. Or you can target opponent, loses all counters. That player can't get counters as long as Sun Cleanser remains on the battlefield. All right, that's interesting. So I guess that would work with like energy, maybe. a little close to. Oh, we got a foil too. Omen Speaker. Didn't realize that. All right, we got a foil Omen Speaker. So this is a 2-drop or a two mana cost for a 1/3, and you get to scry 2, which is very, very helpful. And the 3 body on it is very nice. So island and a cat meow token. All right, so not too bad, I guess. Counters thing, not super helpful in this format because I haven't seen too much that puts counters on creatures. I think they try to keep it pretty easy to understand. All right, we got a Trusty Pack Beast, 2/3 for 3. When it enters the battlefield, return target artifact card from your graveyard to your hand. All right, so that can be helpful. There's an Omen Speaker. I already went over that one. Lava Axe. So it deals 5 damage to target player or planeswalker. And a lot of these have been updated down here with the verbiage. It used to say to target player, I believe, but now they've added the planeswalker part because you don't redirect damage. Inspired Charge. So for 4, you get an instant that creatures you control get +2/+1 till end of turn. Definitely helpful. Epicure of Blood. For 5, you get a 4/4. Whenever you gain life, each opponent loses 1 life. All right, that can be useful. Bristling Boar. For 4, you get a 4/3 and can't be blocked by more than 1 creature. So that's good. Colossal Dreadmaw. This dude, 6/6 trample for 6. Definitely a good creature. All right, here we go. This is colorless removal at its best right now. So Explosive Apparatus costs 1, and then for 3 and tap, you can sacrifice Explosive Apparatus. It deals 2 damage to any target. So that's good. And another shock. Holy crap. Really? I couldn't have gotten this in my polls this weekend. Wow. Star Crown Stag. This one's good too. For 4, you get a 3/3, and when it attacks, tap target creature defending player controls. Helps get through. All right, good green card here. 2 colorless and green. Return target card from your graveyard to your hand. So, yep, just get back anything. All right, we've got a Aegis of the Heavens. So for a white and a colorless, target creature gets +1 and +7 till end of turn. All right, interesting. Hadn't seen that one yet. And a Lightning Strike. Holy moly. All right, so red and a colorless. Lightning Strike deals 3 damage to any target, and the rare is, oh, yes! Get a Chromium, the Mutable. So for a black, a blue, a white, and 4 colorless, this is a 7/7 Elder Dragon, has flash. This spell can't be countered. It's flying. You can discard a card until end of turn. Chromium Mutable becomes a human with base power and toughness 1/1, loses all abilities, and gains hexproof. It can't be blocked this turn. So it turns itself into a hexproof. It can get around stuff. So that is pretty cool. Nice pull. All right, Plains and a Thopter. But man, got some good removal so far. I mean, that's you know, pull out. Well, we'll go through the end and pull out some good stuff that we think we could use in a deck here. All right, we've got Sure Strike. So for a red and a colorless, you get an instant that target creature gets +3/+0 and gains first strike until end of turn. Definitely a cool card. Used to use this one to get rid of a lot of stuff that my opponents had this weekend. Mighty Leap. Target creature gets +2/+2 and gains flying until end of turn. Good for combat tricks, like when you're defending as well as attacking. But you know, when you attack with it, use it first, and you can gain flying. They can't block it. Another Omen Speaker. Goblin Instigator. When Goblin Instigator enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 red goblin creature token. That one is definitely good. Plummet. Destroy target creature with flying. Definitely helpful. Two-headed zombie, menace zombie for 4. It's a 4/2 for 4. Definitely good. Strangling Spores. Good, man. Good removal in this pack. For a black and 3 colorless, target creature gets -3/-3 till end of turn. Instant speed. Crash through. Creatures you control gain trample till end of turn, and draw a card. And we got a Colossal Dreadmaw again, and a Marauder's Axe. All right, we got a Suspicious Bookshelf. It has Defender, and for 3 and tap, target creature can't be blocked this turn. Okay, so helps you out. Bone to Ash. 2 blue, 2 colorless, counter target creature spell, and draw a card. Pretty neat. We have a Psychic, I guess, yeah, Psychic Symbiont. So for a black, a blue, and 4 colorless, you get a 3/3 flying. When Psychic Symbiont enters the battlefield, target opponent discards a card, and you draw a card. Alright. And we got a Spitflame. So for red and 2 colorless, Spitflame deals 4 damage to target creature. Whenever a dragon enters the battlefield under your control, you may pay a red. If you do, return Spitfire or Spitflame from your graveyard to your hand. Oh man, wow! Returnable removal or returnable damage. That's cool. All right, Forsaken Sanctuary enters the battlefield tapped and taps for a white or black. And we got Elf Warrior. All right, man, Spitflame. That's a pretty good one if you're playing dragons. So, all right, let's see what else we get. Getting a decent variety in these packs, actually. Alright, Gearsmith Prodigy for a blue. You get a 1/2. Gearsmith Prodigy gets +1/+0 as long as you control an artifact. Fire Elemental again. Oriskos Swiftclaw for 2. You get a 3/1. Just vanilla creature. Alright. Not too shabby. Divination. For 3, you draw 2 cards. Bog Stomper. For 6, you get a 6/5. Another Crash Through. Skymarch Bloodletter. For black, 2 colorless, flying. When Skymarch Bloodletter enters the battlefield, target opponent loses 1 life, and you gain 1 life, and it's a 2/2. Another Explosive Apparatus. Man, so many of these. Just good for removal. Cavalry Drill Master. For a white and a colorless, you get a 2/1. When Drill Master enters the battlefield, target creature gets +2/+0 and gains first strike till end of turn. Excellent. Alright, Fiery Finish. I got a couple of these during the thing, but it's like it costs way too much. 6 for a sorcery and deals 7 damage to target creature. Heroic Reinforcements. For a red, a white, 2 colorless. Create 2 1/1 white creature, white soldier creature tokens. Till end of turn, creatures you control get +1/+1 and haste. That's not bad. Whoop. Oh man. Alright, Gargoyle Sentinel, saw the rare. 3 colorless, Defender, it's 3/3 until end of turn, Gargoyle Sentinel. Lose Defender and gains flying. And you saw it, Desecrated Tomb. Whenever 1 or more creature cards leave your graveyard, create a 1/1 black bat creature with flying. Alright. Kind of interesting. Oh, got a Volcanic Dragon foil. Nice. I had him in my pre-release, one of my pre-release decks too. I had like 6 dragons something in one of them. It's pretty awesome. All right, so for 6, you get a flying haste 4/4 creature. This guy is pretty cool, and we got him in foil. Cinder Barons for black or red comes in play tapped, and a knight. All right. So that ain't too bad. All right, last 2 packs here. Last 2 packs. All right, got a Dwarven Priest. For 4, you get a 2/4. And when Dwarven Priest enters the battlefield, you gain 1 life for each creature control. Not bad. Dwindle. And we're getting like all the commons. Like a good smattering of them all. For 3, you get Enchant Creature. Enchant Creature gets -6/-0. And when Enchant Creature blocks, destroy it. Doom Dissenter. For a black and a colorless, you get a 1/1. When Doom Dissenter dies, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. Rock's Oracle. For 5, you get a 4/2. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card. Root Snare. For a green and colorless, prevent all combat damage that will be dealt this turn. Abnormal Endurance. It's a black instant for 2. Whenever until end of turn, target creature gets +2/+0 and gains when this creature dies. Return it to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control. Oh, one of my favorites. Bogart Brute. 3/2 Menace for 1 red and 2 colorless. Invoke the Divine. Destroy target artifact or enchantment, and you gain 4 life. Pegasus Courser. Flying whenever it attacks. Target creature you control gains flying until end of turn. That one's definitely good. Field Creeper. I love this art. For 2 colorless, you get a 2/1. And first uncommon, you got an Aegis of the Heavens. Surge Mare. For 2 blue, you get a 0/5. It can't be blocked by green creatures. Whenever Surge Mare deals Whenever Surge Mare deals damage to an opponent, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. And for a blue and colorless, Surge Mare gets +2/-2 till end of turn. So you can pump that guy. Got a Digraph Ghoul for 1, and it comes into play tapped. It's a 2/2. And the rare is Psy Master Thopterist. For a blue and 2 colors, you get a 1/4. Whenever you cast an artifact spell, create a 1/1 colorless Thopter artifact creature token with flying. And for colors and blue, sacrifice 2 artifacts, draw a card. Alright, then we got a Timber Gorge. Man, we're getting all the ton of dual lands in this. Comes battlefield tap, taps for red or green, and a zombie. Cool looking zombie token. Alright. Moving on to the last pack, guys. Let's see what we can get. Alright, I'm going to start out with the Uncomfortable Chill. So for 3, you get creatures your opponent controls get -2/-0 until end turn. You draw a card. Catalyst Elemental. This one's pretty cool. For red and 2 colorless, you get 2 red. And it's a 2/2 if you sacrifice them. Rustwing Falcon. For a white, you get a flying 1/2. Disperse. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand for 2. Another Bog Stomper. Another second Plummet. A Spark Tongue Dragon. That one's pretty cool. So when this comes into play, you can kick it for a red and 2 colorless, and when you do, it gets deals 3 damage to any target. So it costs 5 and it's a 3/3. Vampire Neonate. For 1, you get a 0/3, and for 2 and tap, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. And we have another Star Crown Stag. We have a Essence Scatter. So for 2, you get to counter target creature spell. Alright, first uncommon, Rupture Spire. Rupture Spire enters the battlefield tapped. When Rupture Spire enters the battlefield, sacrifice it unless you pay 1. And you can add 1 mana of any color. Okay, cool. Exclusion Mage. So this one is pretty neat. So for a blue and 2 colorless, you get a 2/2. When it enters the battlefield, return target creature an opponent controls to its owner's hand. We have a Brawl Bash Ogre. For a red, a black, and 2 colorless, you get a 3/3. With Menace, when Brawl Bash Ogre attacks, you may sacrifice another creature. If you do, Brawl Bash Ogre gets +2/+2 till end of turn. And the rare, Spit Flame again. Wow. Alright. So, second Spit Flame. It's pretty sweet. And Foul Orchard, another duel. So, for a black and a green, it comes into play tapped. And a soldier. Wow. Okay. That was an interesting pull. Now, let's see what we got for our promo. We got, Transmogrifying Wand. Alright, so this one's kind of interesting. Wand enters the battlefield with 3 charge counters on it. For 1 and tap, remove a charge counter from Transmogrifying Wand. Destroy target creature. Its controller creates a 2/4 white ox creature token. Activate this ability only anytime you can cast a sorcery. Right, so you make ox tokens. That's definitely interesting. All right, so wow, this pool was kind of interesting. Let's look at the. So there's a dragon that would go with that. Just gonna pull out the red stuff we got because I thought the red was pretty decent. Definitely a ton of removal stuff. Volcanic Dragon. I'll pull out the stuff that would kind of go with it too. Fire Elemental. Another Spit Flame. And you could add any kind of colorless stuff to this too. But man, I don't know, man. I did really well with, maybe not really well, but pretty well with red-green this weekend. Ended up getting prize support both times, so that was cool. I think I got maybe 6th the first time and 7th the second round I played. So Meteor Golem's definitely an include. And you got like all that red, like just so much removal, just kind of ridiculous. I think I skipped a red here at the beginning. There might have been a duel. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. But this card's really good here too, Rupture Spire, that you can get for, use for any color mana. So that is a pretty decent. Let's just take a look at what we got here. So what I usually do is I'll take all the colors and do this, but I take I gotta go on the side. Usually take all the cards and put the separate them from spells, and that guy's on the side too. Spells and creatures. So let's just do that real quick and see what we come up with. Alright, so creatures a little more light than I would have liked here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we got eight creatures in that. But then in spells, holy crap. Not exactly playable. I don't think I'd usually play with that, but like Spit Flame, Sure Strike's pretty good. Lightning, I mean, Lava Axes, it can be playable, but we'll see. But, I mean, good grief. Like, all this removal is definitely playable. And I include this in removal, too, because it's kind of a combat trick that will help you remove stuff for pretty much for free, because your guy gets first strike. But, wow, 2 copies of Spit Flame, 2 copies of Shock, and a Lightning Strike. I mean, it's not all the removal out there. I mean, I've seen one of the guys, my friend Robert, in our first pre-release, got like everything synergized with everything else. Man, it was just like awesome pulls. He pulled 2 Sarkans, 2 foil Sarkans. One was his promo, and one was a regular foil in his pre-release pulls, and it was just insane. He did so well in that first pre-release. So congrats to him for pulling all that cool stuff. But man, this is a pretty good pull for red, I'd say. And then you just got to pair it with something that you think would work well. We got some decent blue stuff, so you could pair with blue or maybe white. You got a couple of the Star Crown Stags that let you tap down something, so you could get through for some damage. Green would be good because you got 2 Plummets. That's more removal, and people are definitely going to play. Definitely going to be playing flyers in this, as it's one of the better mechanics in a base set like this. So, all right, guys. Well, thanks for checking out the video. Like I said, I think red for the removal is definitely strong with the pulls that we got. But a little longer video here. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the channel with a friend or two, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye-bye.